Good afternoon. My name is Nathan Kaiser, and I'm in Dr. Stark's Cultural Diversity class. Today I'm going to be giving you a presentation about the Orthodox Church. Now, to start off, we're going to go over a few definitions about cultural, ethnicity, health, and race. And through this PowerPoint, we're going to go over the origin of the church, how it fits in today's society, along with the demographic background of where it began, how far it spread, who all this church encompasses, and we're going to go over how the Orthodox religion affects healthcare treatment, which basically means, is there anything in the religion that's going to stop them from getting proper healthcare treatment, or if they're going to need something special to go through their healthcare treatment. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with the definitions about culture. Culture is a way of life known to a group of people who share the same languages, social habits, music, art, religions, people basically from the same area who just do day-to-day things the same way. We're going to go down to ethnicity now. Ethnicity is a word used to describe a common national or cultural tradition. Cultural tradition being going to church on Sundays for Christians or other religions, along with the national tradition. Let's say the Spanish celebrate the Day of the Dead, and we Americans celebrate the 4th of July as our Independence Day. All right, we're going to go down now to the term of health. Health is used to describe a person's mental or physical condition, typically to describe a state of being free from illness or injury. Forgive me. That basically just means a person's well-being altogether. And now we're going to go down to race. Race is used to describe people who share social and physical qualities. According to the Census Bureau, a person may choose their race by self-identifying. So, say I'm a man, I can choose to identify as a woman, although I obviously don't. All right, now we're going to start with the Orthodox religion and church. The Orthodox Church is one of the three main Christian groups, along with the Roman Catholics and the Protestants. The Orthodox Church split with the Roman Catholic Church over a difference in religious beliefs. The Orthodox believed that the Roman Church was drifting away from traditional Christian beliefs and not supporting them the way they should be. Orthodox comes from the word orthos, meaning the Greek words orthos meaning right, and doxa meaning belief, which means they are the right, that of right thinking or correct belief. They are the people who believe they are doing Christianity the right way. These churches are united in faith and a common approach to theology, tradition, and worship. They also don't name their churches after people like Protestants or Catholics. They don't name them after saints or just other things. Well, they name theirs after their demographic area. So they name them after the regions that they're actually in. These churches also have elements of Greek, Middle Eastern, Russian, and Slavic culture because these are some of the countries that they originated in. So, say, whenever the leader of the church is speaking, they're going to be talking in Greek and Latin languages. So whenever the church first split in 1054, and it split into the Western Roman Empire, which is the Roman Catholicism, and the Eastern Roman Empire, which is the Eastern Orthodox, the Orthodox Church. The Orthodox Church originated in Constantinople here, and after the first split from Christianity, and while being centered there, it didn't stay just in there. They quickly spread out to the Middle East, along to the Balkans and Russia, which is the Ukrainish area that it's going to up around this way. And now we're going to move to the map of the United States in America, where the Orthodox Church grows. The Orthodox Church does not have a strong following in America, really, compared to Europe, actually. But the major concentrations of Orthodox Church are focused in northeastern United States, around this line, pretty much around the Great Lakes and Canada area. There are some outlying factors, like here in Florida, where there's a group of 48,000, or here in Texas is 23,000. But as you can see, the rest of the Midwestern United States does not have a very strong following of the Orthodox Church religion. We're going to go now to the languages used by the church. The followers of the church typically speak any language most commonly used in the region that the church resides in. So if you're in America, you're probably going to most likely see them speaking English, except for, like I said earlier, the cantor, who is the worship leader, will speak Greek and Latin during the services. Education education, these people are not limited in their education whatsoever. They go to school just like everyone else, get a general education, they even go to college and get higher degrees. There are issues, they believe, since they are the right thinking and the followers of Jesus Christ. There are some sciences that they do not agree with, but that does not stop them from going and getting an education or bashing their beliefs. They accept all ideologies. They just believe that they have a certain setting where they are believing in Jesus Christ and not necessarily believing in a lot of science stuff. All right, we're going to start now about the income distributions, about the differences about the Orthodox Church and other religions. Many members of the church in America actually have a really good income compared to other religions, such common ones as Methodists or Baptists. The Orthodox Christians have a very high income rate compared to others, with a 36% of the religion making between $50,000 and $90,000 a year, and 29% even making over $100,000 or more a year. So their religion does not stop them from gaining income or being pushed into poverty because of other circumstances. Followers of the church believe that disparities between the rich and poor is primarily a spiritual and cultural crisis, because they believe that people who are falling on hard times or poor have strayed from the path of God and are not giving their whole faith into them. They believe people's unrestrained individualism leads to excessive desire for wealth and consumerism. It's just disconnecting them from their God and loving their neighbor. And it pretty much means that they think they're selfish and don't care about anyone else but themselves whenever people are just trying to get an overabundance of wealth or are just spending it because they want something. We're going to move now to how health is going to be affected by the Orthodox religion and the church. As you can see here, I have a definition from the World Health Organization. It defines health as a state of complete physical, psychological, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. All right, so we're going to get started with the response to healthcare and health events. Now, the Orthodox Church regards human life and well-being as gifts from God, who is the creator and sustainer of life, as well as the prime source of healing. So while they do not have an objection to medicine overly, they do turn to God for most of their needs of prayers and healing, because he is the overall creator. The church perceives the healing of physical illness by the medical professors as a God-given art. God blessed these medical professionals to help each other and help their neighbors, so they fully support the medical profession up to certain points. Now today there's a lot of different beliefs going on that they do not uphold at all, such as sex changes or other having things removed that should not be. That's what would not serve God's purpose. But as long as the medical professionals are serving God's purpose and helping people and their neighbor, they are absolutely okay with it. The work of medical professionals is completely honored by the church, as long as it does not obliterate God's healing or redemptive works. The church does not have any problem with insurance or health services besides having a life insurance policy. They do not have the belief that if someone dies, someone should benefit from your death. They do not believe that at all. But other than that, they do believe in health insurance, where if the money can help somebody in a bad situation, and it supports medical work that's not going to interfere with God's plan, it's absolutely going to be acceptable. Now, the health statuses weren't very interesting during this research. There are not many very specific health conditions that affect the followers uniquely, such as no one's really more exposed to cancers or tumors or lymphomas. No one has any really disformities more than any other person or group. The leading cause of death in the Orthodox Christian Church is actually old age. They have a very long life expectancy. Males have a life expectancy up to 80 to 0.3 years, and women have life expectancy up to 84.1 years. The birth rate of the Orthodox Church is actually a little bit lower than the national average. The minimal fertility rate of a normal family to keep a family going is 2.1, where Orthodox family actually only has a birth rate of about 1.3. Members of the church are more likely to wait to seek medical attention because they believe that God will heal their ailments. That's moving back to where I said God is their primary source of healing. They always turn to Him before a medical professional. So, say if someone has the flu or pneumonia and they wait too long, some of the damage could possibly be irreversible, and that could lead to a cause of death if they're not careful. Health conditions are where Orthodox maintain their health through prayer and healthy living. They eat healthy, they live healthy. They do not tend to smoke or consume large amounts of alcohol. They believe that their bodies are temples and that they should be used to worship God. The church believes that medicine was God sent, so they have no problem taking medicines or being vaccinated to stay healthy. That's another part of that they bless medical work by doctors as long as it doesn't interfere with His plan. God is the ultimate source of health and healing. Prayer is the number one way to stay healthy and to treat illness in the church. That's what they honestly believe. They even believe prayer can beat over illness than some medicine sometimes, but they don't believe that it gets to the point where if there's someone sick, they're okay with them going to the doctor. All right, well, that's going to end the presentation about the Orthodox Church, and now I'm going to go to the point where if I'm going to be put in a position as a healthcare manager or employee, if I have an employee in the Orthodox Church or a patient in the Orthodox Church, how would I handle the situation with them? As a healthcare manager, I will respect the Orthodox Christian beliefs and concerns. If they do not feel comfortable in a situation, I will not force them to continue to be in that situation. I will try to do everything in my power to make them feel comfortable and at ease when they're getting medical attention. I don't want to step on any toes and affect their medical beliefs or push anything that they do not feel comfortable with, which after researching this religion, I believe that they will be fine with most medical treatments as long as they do not inflict with God's plan. And as long as everyone feels comfortable at home, I believe that is a top priority to make everyone feel comfortable. All right, that's the end of my presentation, and I also have some resources here. And everyone, that's the end. Thank you. Have a good night.